Dyscalculia is a maths challenge, is a numbers difference, but it doesn't just affect numbers. It can affect so many different things, like, for example, time management, traveling, spaces, graphs, reading maps, that kind of thing. I think for me, it definitely affects when I'm shopping, for example, that kind of anxiety when I'm reaching to the till, it's my turn to pay. And I think, things I've done to overcome that is using something like that I call like a body double. So I'll take somebody with me or have someone on the phone that can kind of help me if there's like any offers that I don't understand and I want to make sure that I've not been ripped off or anything. I think that's my biggest fear, is being ripped off, because I don't always understand numbers. I also have my own business, so navigating budgeting and taxes and that kind of thing can be really tricky. But what I've learned to kind of overcome this, and it's something that I call the dyscalculia tax, which means that in my budget I will leave an extra sum of money, so that if I do any sums wrong or any adding up incorrectly, I can be saved by my dyscalculia tax. And it also is a bonus, because if I don't do anything wrong, then I've also got a bit of extra money. So that's been a really kind of great tool that's enabled me to feel empowered in my own work, but also a great tool that I've just developed over time that's also enhanced my business as well. And I think that's the biggest thing that I hope people can take away from this interview, is that just because you have dyscalculia, it doesn't mean there's necessarily anything wrong. Our brains just work differently, and actually we're probably thinking far more innovatively and creatively than someone that might be neurotypical. So kind of just trust your own process, trust in the way that your brain works, and embrace those differences, because you're probably thinking differently to someone next to you, and that's something to be celebrated. I think having dyscalculia, there can be aspects where I do feel slightly misunderstood, especially because I think people do make assumptions that dyscalculia is just a numbers thing, and people assume that at the grand age of 25 I should be able to do simple maths equation or be able to tell the time. So I think I do feel misunderstood in that aspect, but it's continuing that conversation and getting that dialogue going, that actually just because you can't thrive in maths doesn't mean that you can't thrive elsewhere. And it's just about continuing that kind of empowerment for people and having that kind of awareness and empathy that our brains just work differently, and we just need that little bit of extra time, but actually we will get there on our own time, and we'll think about something or have a viewpoint of something, especially at work, in an innovative way that someone that isn't as dyscalculic may not have thought of. So there is some misunderstanding, but I think we're on the right way, and there is some great movement happening for dyscalculia.